Hi guys, welcome back to Baddie Bry's Diary podcast, featuring featuring our special guest Nebula. Say hi. Sorry, my video is gonna be late because when I was recording, I don't know if I didn't have my mic plugged in properly. It might have died. I'm not 100% sure, and it's still charging, so I'm just gonna re-record it today and hope that I can get it to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you guys for understanding. So today's episode is on why being black is awesome. Okay, so once again, I did record this. Audio wasn't working, didn't sound great, so I'm re-recording it. So I'm gonna try to say the same, well, not the same things, because I like it being natural, but I'm gonna try to kind of, because I feel like I did really good in the last, when I recorded it the first time, so I really want you guys to genuinely get that. But okay, so today we'll be talking about why I love being black and why some other people might love being black. This is more of an opinion. If you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. If you agree with me, hey, you agree with me. Alright, cool. So, my first thing that I love about being black, the heritage. Honestly, the heritage, the culture, the music, the food, the stories, the way we express things with our face, like the grace, the elegance, the strength we have, the way we carry ourselves, you know, I think it's beautiful. And I, as a black woman, I love being black. I went to HBCU. It was so much fun. I love the, what is it? I loved being one of 20 black kids in a class. I loved when we would have parties and everybody would be dancing synchronized or going crazy, or we'd form a circle and someone break out and do a little solo or something. I love I like the music. I liked feeling free. I loved it. Being black is amazing. You know, we have a lot of cool things. I love our hair. I love my hair. I know I just cut it, so I'm kind of going through that, learning how to deal with it while it's short. But, I love the fact that, I can do so much with my hair, and it's still all mine. You know, yeah, it looks short when it's, curly and everything, but it's actually still got some length when it's straightened. You know, I can wear wigs, I can do braids, cornrows, I can do all kinds of styles with my hair, look like a different woman every day. I love that we make such good music, that the music we made, music couldn't be what it is without black people. We're not gonna lie, we're not gonna pretend we didn't create jazz, we didn't create country, we didn't create blues, hip hop, we created a lot of different things. We are talented, we are smart, we are strong, okay? The kids that are playing in their backyard with water guns, you gotta thank a black man for that. Every time you go to a party or a picnic or a church function or a wedding outside in a park, and you sit on one of them nice little folding chairs, thank a black person. Next time you're driving in your car, the light turns green and you're like, oh yay, it's green. Thank a black person. Every time you walk out your door, you go boop, 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 armed alarm, house alarm, or whatever the heck it be saying. Thank a black person. When you straighten your hair, thank a black person. Thank a black person. We just gotta thank black people more. But we've created a lot of great things. We've done a lot of great things. We've stood for a lot of things, and I just love being black. Honestly, you know, there's some terrible stereotypes about us out there that suck, that do, you know. I remember when I was in high school, I think I was taking like Spanish, and this guy who I thought was my friend, don't think so anymore. But when I was in high school, I thought he was my friend, and we had like this thing where we had to bring like food that represented our culture, and like he asked me like if I was gonna bring like fried chicken or something, or like he asked me something like that, or like do all black people like fried chicken and watermelon, grape Kool-Aid and stuff, and I'm like, no, you know. And I remember I told my mom was like, well, you know what you can tell him? And it was like, we're not going there. We're not going there. But, you know, we have those stereotypes that, you know, black people are allowed. Black people can't do this. Or, you know, black people eat fried chicken, grape soda. We love our watermelon. Like, not every black person likes watermelon. Okay? I do like watermelon. I don't like grape soda. I don't like anything grape. I like the color. I like grapes. Grape flavored candy, no thank you. Grape soda, no thank you. I don't even like orange, and I choose orange soda over grape soda. So, I don't even like grape Kool-Aid. Blue Kool-Aid is the best. Like, it's called grape Kool-Aid. Like, in the black community, we call Kool-Aid by its color. And the fact that that one's named by a fruit just tells you how much we do not like it. Once again, these are just opinions. Because some people might like grape. And I don't want y'all coming for me. Because I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a lot of stereotypes about black people. You know, we're not great workers, or we're lazy, we're this, we're that. But like, if we're lazy, how come we're the ones who built America? If we're lazy, when we were marching, and we marched and marched and marched for a long time, was that not work? Like, when's the last time y'all marched? Okay, it's been a long time since I've had to march for something, and it was really just JROTC, and it was a parade, and it was only like a mile. And yeah, the shoes weren't that comfortable, uniform not that great, but when you look at the pictures of what our ancestors were wearing during slavery and what they were marching in, I think they had it way worse than when I was marching. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, you know, but I definitely think that they were doing stuff. So when people are like, black people are lazy, how? They got up, they went to work, they came home, they took care of their kids, and they went and marched. And they marched for a while. Like, they'd be marching miles, walking from one city to another. Even before they were able to march, because they couldn't for a while, right? They picked, they sewed, they cleaned, they cooked, they did everything. But we're lazy. We were taking care of your kids, but we're lazy. That don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Now, a black person can be lazy if they aren't doing things, but not all black people are lazy. You know? I'm a little lazy, but that's just because I'm just a little lazy. It's not because I'm black. My blackness has nothing to do with why I'm a little lazy. It doesn't. Like I said, I like watermelon, but that don't mean it's because I'm black. My mom didn't like watermelon. Partially because they ate a lot of watermelon, but she doesn't like watermelon. Like, you know, there's certain things that, like, I don't like. I don't like cornbread. I don't like grits. I don't like oatmeal, malto meal, hot cereal, whatever it's called. It's all trash. Very trash to me. Sorry, but it is. You know, I love Sorry, I was about to say another one I don't like, but I love being Black because we have such great leaders, you know. Of course, we have Rosa Parks. Of course, we have Martin Luther King. But then, even current, we have Michelle Obama, right? Very strong, smart woman. For the men, we have Barack Obama. And we get a little dicey, but depends on what you want and what your role model is. You know, I kind of look up to Oprah. I think she's a Black woman who had a lot of different types of struggles. Struggles I probably will never know. Struggles we'll never know unless she does a tell-all or something. But until then, we'll never know. And I think she's made it in a way that I think is really beautiful. And I want to be successful just like she is. I want to be a Black woman who made it on her own, went through things, but still survived, still thrived, still got to where she needed to go, and kept to herself. Kept being herself, not to herself, but like she stole Oprah, and I love that, and I think that's beautiful. You know, I do think Michelle Obama is amazing to look at. I don't want to be the president's wife. Not my MO, but you know, I do think she represents like the elegance, the strength of a Black woman. I think we forget how strong Black women have been. We talk about it, but when we talk about it, it's always we had to give up being women to be Black. And we never talk about like how strong you have to be to give that part up. How hard that is to give up. Because I, as a Black woman or a woman, I feel like being a woman is amazing. And to have to give that up just so I could be something else, that's hard. Like, I don't know what I would give up being a woman for, you know? So to have to do it just so you and your brethren can be free, I think that's strong. And a lot of times when we talk about our history, you'll hear my generation, other generations, other people say, they wouldn't have got me. I would have been freed. I wouldn't have been a slave for long. Like, I've even said that. Like, I've even said I probably would have been a Rosa Parks. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know, because there's not been something that I've had to fight for that hard in my generation, for me specifically. I haven't had to fight. I haven't had to pick up picket fences, and I haven't had to march or, you know, go outside and tell people why we should be mad at something. I haven't really had something that made me feel like I need to fight. And because I haven't gone through it, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have been a Rosa Parks kind of person back then, even though I really feel like I wanted to be. I want to be, because I do care, and I do think Black people have rights, and it should be equal. And I do think that it's stupid that we're still fighting over the same stuff. And I truly wish we would just figure it out, but I don't know how. That's the problem. I see a problem, but I don't have any revolutions. I don't have any ideologies or any PowerPoint 20 steps, this and that, to figure out how to make America feel like they care. I don't. And I wish I did. Because I'm Black and I'm a woman, and I know I'm strong, and I know I'm smart, and I know I could figure something out as a woman, as a Black person, I seen what my people have gone through and they figured it out. So I feel like I can figure it out. And not in like my head is really big, but I just feel like there's something that should be fixed. But I don't know how to make it tangible. And it sucks. Because sometimes I'm like, as a Black person, I love being Black. I think it's amazing. I think people love what being Black represents as a non-Black person, but they don't really care to learn why it's an amazing thing. So like, I do feel like people who are not Black, they love like Black aesthetic, they love ABA, but they don't care when we lose our people. They don't care when we face injustices. Like, honestly, when Trump won, I kind of felt like I'm not gonna have no parts in the next 4 years because I lived through it once. I guess I can live through it twice, but I felt failed. I felt like it's always gonna be like that, and it sucks. It does. But outside of that, I know one thing: the Black community, we got each other. Yeah, we have our little things going on right now. There's a lot of, I know we have our problems within the Black community, and they're not the greatest, but I think we still band together when it really comes to it. Like, when voting for Obama came out, like, Black people were there. Black people showed up, they showed out, and we had a Black president twice. We had a Black president twice in America. So I do think we show up and show out for our people. I just think we have to start also forgiving our people, because a lot of times, like, I was talking to my sister about how I love shopping Black, but I know a lot of times it's hard depending on where you live and like the percentage of like African Americans in your area. It's hard to find like Black owned shops in a lot of different like categories. And you'll see a lot of people say, well, I don't buy Black because XYZ. And XYZ may be valid for that one shop that did it, but you don't buy Black because one Black like business owner messed you, like did something that made you upset. But Walmart had, what's it called, dolls hanging, Black dolls hanging from their ceiling in like 2020 or something in Las Vegas, Nevada. And you're still probably going to shop at Walmart. Target's removing all the Black businesses that they work with. Are you still buying at Target? So I feel like a lot of times when people are like, oh, one Black owner did this, so I'm gonna shop Black. But then I can sit here and name why I feel like we shouldn't be buying from a certain company, and you don't. And that's not saying I don't go to Target or I don't go to Walmart. All I'm saying is I give the same opportunity to Walmart I give to the Black businesses, right? Yes, Walmart has done some shit. I've done some shit. And the people who I've done the shit to, they either forgave me or dropped me. Right? So if Target did something that offends you, either you forgive them or you stop shopping at Target. Right? But if a black business owner does something to you, you don't forgive them, but yet you take it out on every other black business. Like, I really feel like that's fucked up. Like, honestly. I feel like black people have to work twice as hard. Black people have to control how they are. The angry black woman stereotype. The angry black man stereotype. All these stereotypes about black people. And we still have to fight. Still have to explain. Why am I explaining that in 2025? I don't understand why I still have to explain those things to people. I still have to tell people who are not black not to say the N-word around me. Or at all. I still have to tell people why I think Juneteenth is important. I still have to explain these things. And it's just like, it's frustrating. That's the easiest way to say it. It's frustrating. But we're strong. We're smart. We're very good at a lot of things. And being good looking. I mean, black people are beautiful. Black don't crack. We're smart. We're very creative. I mean, come on. Look at all the things we've created. I mean, country music. Lights, the stoplights, and the light bulb, The books will tell you other things, but I know the truth. But, we've created a lot of different things, and we've done a lot of different things. And being black is beautiful. It's hard. It's hard. It's America. Nothing's easy unless you're... But it's still beautiful. I love my struggle because it makes me who I am. It makes me strong. Yeah, it sucks. I don't want the struggle, but I love that I have it because I feel like it builds me up. It makes me who I am. And when I explain myself to people, they go, that makes sense. I think we could run the world. And not in one of them, like, evil villain, Megamind-esque movie ways, but I mean, like, we could be the top of everything. We could be the top selling model. We could be the most paid chefs. We could be the best pilots. We could be any and everything. We could have a few more black presidents. I'm not against that. I don't know about y'all. I mean, not everybody's gonna be Obama, but we can have a few more black presidents. Maybe a black female president. If y'all are ready for that, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, we can do so much more than playing basketball, than football. We can do so much more than just being doctors. Why stop at just being doctors? Why not be the lawyers, the judges? Shoot, we need to get good at being mechanics so we could be the ones owning the mechanic shops. We need to be able to do anything and everything. And I love that. Black people always find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. We have such amazing sayings. We have this attitude. When the world gives us lemons, we make lemonade. Because we're not going to let we're not going to let people keep us down. I don't know who's watching. But we believe in ourselves. We fight for ourselves. We're unique, But I also don't think black people are monoliths. I love anime. I like eating weird things sometimes. I want to skydive. Like, there's just, there's different things. There's black people who love country music and sing country music. There's black people who play ice hockey. There's black people in Poland and Nigeria. Of course, in Nigeria. I'm sorry. I'm like, there was a specific place I was thinking and I forgot and I can't remember. Where am I thinking? There are black people in Alaska. Yes, Alaska. Okay. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know there were black people in Alaska until I saw a video on YouTube and I was like, oh, there are black people in Alaska. So, like, there are black people in Alaska, like, we could do anything, we could be anywhere, we could do things. I just don't, I don't think we have to stop. We have to give up. We have to let things end, like, we don't have to be comfortable. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Like I said earlier, we don't really have nothing to fight for right now. Like, I don't see my classmates, my co-workers getting angry about anything so much that they're rallying each other together and marching. And I feel like there's things we could be getting together to fix. I just don't know how you get it. I don't know how to do it. Like, honestly, we could be marching about this whole taking black businesses out of, like, Target and, like, what's that other store? Like, out of all the stores and stuff. Like, I feel like we could be fighting to get more black representatives. I feel like there are things we could be fighting for, and I don't see the fight, outside of, like, when one of us passes, I don't see us fighting a lot. And I'm not saying there isn't fighting or standing up or rallying or, being like, hey, there's a lot of us, and if a lot of us feel the same way, maybe we can make a change, maybe we could do something. I don't see that, and it sucks. It does, because I feel like we could. I feel like we could get the things that our ancestors wanted for us, and we kind of dipped a toe in what they wanted for us, but I feel like they wanted a lot more. I think they wanted us to be elegant, successful, to do any and everything, and I want us to have more hope. Like, I really do. I feel like hope used to keep us full and kept us hungry. I'm sorry, that don't make no sense. It keeps us full and it keeps us hungry. I'm sorry. I think hope used to keep us hungry, but it used to feed our souls. That's what I meant. See? Smart. Because I'm black. I'm black. I don't want this to be too, like, serious, but I do think, like, these are things we should talk about. Like, we should. But I truly do think we could amount to a lot of things and create a lot of things. But we do have to be open-minded. I do think we need to be a little more open-minded to not really being stuck in what we were, like, we have to let go of the things that we don't want anymore, honestly. Like, we really do. We do. We have to start actually doing something. What? I don't really know. Honestly, I really don't. And that sucks. It really sucks because, like, I feel like we could fix this. I wish I had like a plan that I could be like, you guys, if we just did this, this, and this. But I know that if we built up our part, maybe the other side will build up their part and we can just forge into one, if that makes sense. But I truly do think that, like, when we need to, we will be there for each other. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's beautiful that every time I walk past a black person, they give me a nod. I love it. It kind of makes me really happy. It does. I love when I went to a HBCU and I got to see the step team and the dance team and the sororities and the fraternities and the the black teachers and the black dancing. It's just so much beautiful. It was so beautiful. Like, I loved it. Like, I remember my first assembly and it was like, it was amazing. I remember being like the whole time, like the whole time. I loved my first party, and in the beginning I was a little confused why there was a line of people blowing whistles and dancing in a specific way. But the more I saw it and the more I asked questions, the more I learned, the more I was like, oh, that's so cool. The more I loved the brotherhood and the sisterhood, and I thought that was beautiful. And I just loved being around people who looked like me, who understood me, who got some of the things that when I would talk about may have not been understood because they weren't black. It felt amazing to have somebody see me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up not around a lot of black people. I had black friends. That sounds like what white people would say. But I had friends who were black, and I had friends who were white and Asian and Hispanic and all kinds of races. I was never one of those people that, like, you had to be black to be my friend. But I didn't grow up in a very black community outside of, like, when I was around my family. But at school, they celebrated Cinco de Mayo. Like, there was more Hispanic music at my prom than black music. There was a lot of Hispanic names called at graduation. So I didn't really see that. And I had people trying to touch my hair. And I had people asking me. I had a teacher try to touch my hair. A teacher. So I loved that when I was at school. And I had to explain that, like, Friday I had short hair. And on Monday I have long knee-length hair. Like, I didn't have to explain why my hair magically grew overnight and changed colors. Like, I didn't have to explain that. And that felt nice. That felt comfortable. It was nice having a roommate who lived a different life, lived somewhere different, had like different lifestyle, different like roots and growing up and everything. But as a black woman, still understood the things that I talked about. I love that. I loved it. And I love her. Like, she's amazing. So, black people are amazing. We're a lot. We're crazy. Some aren't. Some are quiet. Some are nice. Some are mean. Some are loud. Some are quiet. Some are funny. Some are just really serious. But we're black people. And we're people. And we're beautiful. And we're smart. We're strong. We're resilient. We built this country. I was gonna slip that in somewhere somehow, but you know what I mean. We are amazing. We're gorgeous. We can do anything. We can solve anything. We are the world. No. We are the world. We are the children. That was a good documentary. I cried at that one. But we have a lot of grace. We have a lot of elegance. We have a lot of just wisdom. I love talking to my grandma, or when my great grandma was alive. Oh my goodness, the things she would say. Like, and sadly, I can't remember it because she passed away when I was young. So I didn't get to ask as many insightful things as I would have loved to. Like now, sometimes I want to ask her because my grandma is from Tulsa, and I'm just like, I would love to ask you some questions. I just never thought about them when I was younger, and now I wish I could have. I would have loved to ask so many questions from her. I would have loved to ask my dad's side of the family, because my dad grew up in Atlanta, and his parents grew up in like Atlanta in like, I don't even know what year. I'm not even gonna try to lie to y'all. I was gonna try to cap. I don't even know, because my dad was born in like the 50s. So I'm thinking my dad's parents are like 20s. I don't know. I don't want age shit, never know. I don't know. But I just feel like they were alive in an area where being Black was an amazing thing, and in a time where I really want to hear some insider, someone who I know and love and trust. Nothing. But yeah, like those are some things I would have loved to ask. But just, if they were down to talk about that, I don't want to add like to their trauma. So yeah, this episode was kind of all over the place. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, the first video I recorded, amazing. I really wish I could fix it. I don't know what happened, but first episode was good, so I had to re-record it, and I guess this is where I was led to say, I don't know, I just let myself kind of word vomit. I hope that makes sense. But thank you guys. Sorry it's all over the place, like I said at the beginning. Sadly, the first one I recorded, audio wasn't great, didn't last. I don't know where it went, like disappeared. Where are you? Where thou are you? But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Like I said, I know it's a little chaotic and all over the place, and I'm a little bit scrambling to try to get this together because it was supposed to be out yesterday. But thank you guys for coming to another episode. Thank you guys. Happy Black History Month. Thank you guys for coming to Baddie Bry's Diary Podcast. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you. Sorry for the inconveniences.